you then, Chris. First question. The style of blues known as boogie-woogie is particularly associated with which instrument? Guitar, banjo or piano?
It's a sort of overhand technique on piano.
Yeah, piano is correct. OK, George, Please Mr. Postman and Top of the World were UK hit singles during the 1970s for which duo? Sonny and Cher, the Carpenters or the Righteous Brothers?
OK, right. This is a tough one. My own music experience is when I played the trombone when I was younger, so it's interesting. It's more down my mum's neck of the woods, this question.
Yeah, I bet your mum's watching now going, come on, George, you must know this.
The Righteous Brothers, I know, I think, did they do a version of Unchained Melody? The Carpenters, I don't think it's them, so I'm going to go for a duet, Sonny and Cher.
Chris, do you know, is it Sonny and Cher?
No, it's the Carpenters.
It is the Carpenters. Sorry about that, George, nothing there. Let's see how Chris does with his second one. Dr. Volker and Baron von Eisenstein are characters in which 1874 operetta? Die Fledermaus, La Bohème or La Traviata?
Well, La Bohème and La Traviata are both operas and operettas, so it's Die Fledermaus.
OK, worked it out very easily. Die Fledermaus is correct, which means, George, we need to get this one for you. In which decade did Teddy Johnson and Pearl Carr represent the UK in the Eurovision Song Contest with the song Sing Little Birdie? 1950s, 1960s or 1970s?
Right, another difficult one. Sing Little Birdie. They don't sound 60s or 70s to me. I'm going to go really early and say the 1950s, and hopefully it's the right one.
1950s. You really are getting questions way out of your era, aren't you? The previous one was out of your mum's era. This would be your grandparents, wouldn't it? Because it is the 1950s.
Good. Excellent.
Sing Little Birdie. Well done. Chris, Run to the Hills was a UK top 10 single for which heavy metal band? Def Leppard, Metallica or Iron Maiden?
I think, I'm not too sure, that was Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden, you think? Run to the Hills. Good grief, it is the right answer, yes. Well done, Chris. Means George is going to have to run for the hills as well. Sorry about that, George. Wasn't to be for you. Means you won't be playing in the final round. Chris, you'll be there. Would you both please come back and join your teams? Well, men in tights, two of you left. 3 brains missing so far from the final round. The Eggheads haven't lost any. Your last chance now to knock an Egghead out. Let's see if you can do it with this. It's sport now, and Rob and Joe remain.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, do you want to go for it?
Yeah, OK, I'll go for it.
OK, Rob, and remaining to play are Barry or CJ?
CJ.
Oh, definitely CJ. Choose CJ. Yeah.
Got to go CJ, yeah. Right, I've been told CJ.
OK.
So.
You happy with that, Rob?
I guess so, yeah. No, it's fine.
Let's have Rob and CJ heading for the question room, please. OK, Rob, how do you want to play it? First or second for you?
I'll go first.
This is your question then. Which football team won the 2008 FA Cup final? Millwall, Portsmouth or West Ham United?
I'm sure it's not West Ham, and I think Millwall got to the semis or the final the year before. So I'm pretty sure it's Portsmouth.
Yeah, it is Portsmouth, yes. FA Cup final, yeah. Great victory for them. So, CJ, your question. The rugby union player Mike Tindall signed for which team in 2005? Gloucester, Harlequins or Saracens?
Saracens.
No. Gloucester. And Mike Tindall, also known in...
Sarah Phillips.
Sarah Phillips, yes. OK, right. Good start for you, Rob. Let's see if you can keep it up with your second question. Ayrton Senna won 3 F1 World Championship titles driving for which constructor? Ferrari, McLaren or Williams?
I got a feeling he had like a rivalry with Nigel Mansell. Might be wrong. And Nigel Mansell drove for Williams. I'm going to say Ferrari, but I'm not too sure.
OK, Ayrton Senna drove for McLaren.
No.
McLaren. Well, a chance for CJ to pull level. Which golfer won the Open in 1987, 1990 and 1992? Greg Norman, Tom Watson or Nick Faldo?
It's not Tom Watson because he won it 5 times between 75 and 83. I think Greg Norman only won it twice, but certainly Nick Faldo won it 3 times, so I'll go for Nick Faldo.
Nick Faldo, 87, 90 and 92, who won the Open, is the correct answer. There we are, it's all square. Rob, your third question. In 2006, which 23-year-old American football player became the youngest ever starting quarterback to win the Super Bowl? Is it Tom Brady, Brett Favre, or Ben Roethlisberger?
I quite like my American football. I know it's not Brett Favre. He's now at the Jets. He was at the Packers at the time. He's way too old. Tom Brady plays for the Patriots. They've won it. They won it 3 out of 4 years. I know Roethlisberger plays for the Steelers as well, and they've won it once in recent history as well. On the basis that Brady had won it before 2006, I'm going to go with Ben Roethlisberger.
Good choice. It's the right answer. Ben Roethlisberger. So you really do know it there. That's impressive knowledge. Okay, got to get this then, CJ. You know that. How many countries took part in the 2008 Summer Olympics? That's a good question, isn't it? 204, 254, or 304? Don't tell me you're starting to count them, CJ.
No,
when you look down there.
I'm just remembering the report. I think it's 204. It's certainly not 304. That's too many. Was it? Possibly, again, with the way my instincts go, a mistake, but I'm going to go with what I first thought and go for 204.
204?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So there.
It is the right answer, yes. 204. Okay, we go to sudden death, Rob. As you saw with Will, this is your question. In which US sport has the Rawlings Gold Glove been awarded for the last 50 years?
I'd be pretty sure it wouldn't be American football, but on the basis that it's a glove, I'd go for baseball.
Baseball? It's the right answer. Well done. The Rawlings Gold Glove. It celebrated its 50th anniversary in 2007, an award that recognises fielding excellence, yeah. Okay, CJ, how old was Romanian Nadia Comaneci when she became the first gymnast to be awarded a perfect score of 10 in an Olympic gymnastic event?
Okay, I think she was a teenager, and I don't think she was as young as 13 or as old as 19. I think she was 16 or 18. Is 18 too old? If I'm a year out here, I'm going to be really annoyed with myself. I'm going to go for 16. 16. Okay, Nadia Comaneci. 16 eggheads?
14, I think.
14. CJ got him young then. I still do. Romanian Nadia Comaneci was 14, which means a man in tights is dancing. What do you do in tights? Prancing? I don't know. Into the final round. Rob, you're going to be in the final round. CJ, you're not going to be there. Would you both please come back and join your teams? Well, this is what we've been playing towards. It's time for the final round, which, as always, is general knowledge. But I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads won't be allowed to take part in this round. So, Will, George and Ryan from Men in Tights and CJ from the Eggheads, would you leave the studio, please? So, Rob and Joe, you're playing to win Men in Tights, £20,000. Chris, Barry, Judith and Kevin, you're playing for something which money can't buy. The Eggheads' reputation. As usual, I will ask each team 3 questions in turn. This time the questions are all general knowledge and you are allowed to confer. That's the big difference between this and the head-to-heads. Now, Men in Tights, the question is, are your 2 brains better than the Eggheads' 4 brains? And Rob and Joe, would you like to go first or second?
Should we, first? Yeah, I reckon we should go first.
We'll just go first,
Yeah, we'll go
please.
first, please.
Good luck with it. Here's your first question. Could lead to £20,000. As what is Agnes Dean famous? A model, a chef, or a ballroom dancer? As what is Agnes Dean famous?
Definitely not a chef.
No.
No.
And I'm pretty sure she's not a ballroom dancer either. I know she started singing
Yeah,
now,
she started.
but I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
I've definitely heard that name associated with modelling
Modelling.
before. Go for model?
Yeah, okay. She's just started singing, but we think she started off as a model.
Okay, model. Agnes Dean is a model. Yep. Started out as one. Sure. Career is developing. Well done. Good start. Okay, Eggheads, your question. What term refers to an auction at which the auctioneer reduces the bidding price until a buyer is found? Swiss, Dutch or Welsh? What term refers to an auction in which the auctioneer reduces the bidding price until a buyer is found? Swiss, Dutch or Welsh?
It's indisputably a Dutch auction.
Okay, Dutch auction is correct, yes. One to you. Okay, Rob and Joe, which two colours usually comprise the flags used in semaphore? Black and white, green and orange, or red and yellow? Which two colours usually comprise the flags used in semaphore?
I think it's black and white.
I'm almost certain it's red and yellow. I've seen it in a little book.
Right, so it's definitely not green and orange.
No, it's definitely not green and orange.
I knew. I thought it was red and white, but black and white are the two most contrasting colours that I would think.
I'm sure it's red and yellow.
I'll trust you. You want to go
Really?
around. Yeah. You've got the
Yeah.
reputation.
It's on me if this is wrong. Joe thought it was black and white. I thought it was red and yellow. We'll go for red and yellow.
Joe was quite strong on black and white. You talked him out of it. What would show up more? Red and yellow, yeah, it's the right answer.
Okay.
Good. Thanks, man.
Black clearly would disappear, and indeed would white in different weather conditions. Red and yellow, well done, guys. Eggheads, the perpendicular style is particularly associated with which type of architecture? Gothic, Renaissance or Baroque? The perpendicular style is particularly associated with which type of architecture?
It's definitely Gothic architecture.
Gothic?
English Gothic.
English Gothic? Well, we've only got Gothic up there, so I'm not going to quibble. It's the right answer. And of course with Baroque, if it ain't Baroque, don't fix it.
Oh.
I'm available for bookings. Yeah. I've said it before. Right, it's 2-2. This is a good round. And Rob and Joe, the RMS Queen Mary now functions as a hotel and tourist attraction permanently moored in which American city? Is it Long Beach, Fort Lauderdale or Atlantic City? The RMS Queen Mary now functions as a hotel and tourist attraction permanently moored in which American city? Either of you been to the States?
Oh yeah, I
Holidays?
I spent the summer in America, in Los Angeles.
Did you go to any there?
Nope, I did not go there.
I've got a feeling it's Atlantic City.
Atlantic City.
Yeah, but it's just an inkling.
There's a lot of beaches in California, but I think I heard of Long Beach.
In California?
Yeah, and
it wasn't
there
there.
was nothing associated with Queen Mary there. But then again, I could be wrong because there's hundreds of beaches.
Should we just go for Atlantic City? It's a bit of a guess, but I've got a feeling. I've just got a small... I don't know.
I mean, yeah,
Okay.
let's go for it.
Could be worth £20,000, this question.
We'll try Atlantic City.
Okay, it's a gambling centre, isn't it? Atlantic City as well. Well, £20,000 may depend on this. The Queen Mary now functions as a hotel and tourist attraction, permanently moored in Long Beach, California.
Oh.
It is in Long Beach. You may have been there, but as you said, a lot of beaches. Okay, the Eggheads can win it if they get this. Eggheads, in which British institution would you find a dining room called the Barry Room? The House of Commons, the House of Lords, or 10 Downing Street? Yeah, not your house, Barry, it's not on the list. In which British institution would you find a dining room called the Barry Room?
Don't know.
Well, I'm assuming this is the Barry who was with Puget.
Well,
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not going to be
Yes.
10 Downing Street, so presumably. I mean, it's going. If we assume it's that Barry, then it's going to be, and I should know this anyway.
Commons or
To
Lords?
both of them. It's either going to be the Commons or it's going to be the Lords.
More likely to put
Lords
a dining room in the Lords, considering they were built in, what, the 1880s, the present Parliament.
The Lords is better known for its dining rooms,
Yes.
isn't it?
What do you think, Chris?
I'm going towards the Lords myself.
Okay, no, fair enough then. Okay.
We're not sure. We're reasonably certain it's not 10 Downing Street, but as Barry was the main architect of the House of both Houses of Parliament, we think he might have been more prestigious for him to have had a dining room in the Lords, who are, as Judy points out, known for fine dining. So we're going to say the House of Lords.
It is the House of Lords. It is the right answer, Eggheads. You worked that out very well. It means, Eggheads, you've won.